The creature lurked around the village, looking for its prey and keeping to the shadows. It looked around, smelling an especially delicious scent, and traced it to the house of a wealthy villager. It then lay in wait for its window of opportunity, for someone to leave the house, to come out and enjoy its meal. The door opened and the creature was in full view from the torchlight coming from the inside of the house. It pounced on the villager, ripping at his flesh, tearing apart meat from bone. But before it could deliver the final blow, the wolf heard the screams of a child. He looked up to see a young girl screaming at the top of her lungs. And in the middle of those screams came one word.
Wolf!
The wolf fled from the scene as fast as possible, knowing that the village would wake up and hunt it. After evading its pursuers, it came to a lonely house in the middle of the forest. It looked around, making sure no soul was in sight before entering. Once inside, the wolf changed back to his human form, the white fur giving way to white skin, wild looks changing to a more elegant manner. And the fury in his eyes became a warm and caring gaze. The man barely managed to put on his clothes before he heard a knocking on his door. He took a moment to tidy up before he opened it.
Oh, Dr. Edward, have you seen a wolf around your house just now?
The village chief asked him, breathless, accompanied by his men. Edward replied,
I certainly have not. May I ask why?
The chief took a moment to catch his breath, looking at the doctor who had helped save countless lives in the village, unaware that he was looking at the very person who had almost killed his fellow villager.
A wolf tried to kill Jim and eat him. Thankfully, his daughter managed to wake up the whole town with her screams. She always had that magical touch to wake people up.
Chief said, smiling.
She sure does. How are Jim's wounds?
Edward asked, concerned.
Oh, he's all right for now. That wolf didn't get his organs, but he's bleeding profusely.
Then I'll have to go down to help Jim right away.
Edward exclaimed, silently cursing himself for letting his prey go.
All right, but be quick. He's losing a lot of blood. If you do see that wolf, yell for help. I don't want to see you and Jim being carried out of the church feet first.
And with that, the village chief headed towards the forest, followed by his men in pursuit of the savage wolf. Edward turned around, closing the door, moving to arrange his medical equipment. He was about to leave the house when he heard,
Papa!
He turned around to see his daughter, Grace, walking down the steps, wiping the sleep from her eyes. As she stepped off the last step, she tripped and tumbled down on the floor, changing into her wolf form.
Grace! Darling! Are you okay? I thought I told you to stay in bed.
Edward said, taking care to lift up his daughter.
I heard you came back. Where have you been?
I've been attending to a patient, but now I have to attend to another person. It appears he's seriously injured.
Can you do anything for him, Papa?
I can. But can you promise me that you'll stay in bed?
Okay, Papa.
Edward looked at his daughter as she climbed back up to the flight of stairs and out of sight. He proceeded to head out of the house. As Edward walked, he thought about the secret that he and his daughter Grace had hidden, and what they had to do to keep it hidden. He thought about his day job, a doctor, a productive member of society that saves lives, and his nightlife, a feral monster that would destroy everything in his path. He walked towards the house of Jim. His prey turned patient and knocked on the door, noticing the large pool of blood next to it.
Who is it?
Came the reply. Edward took a moment to lick his lips, and with his teeth baring, he said,
The doctor.